Hello, sir. So my name is Pranav Parekh, and today in this practical, I would be showing installation of Windows Server 2012, Windows 10, and Windows 7, and will then ping all the three machines. Thank you. So to create the virtual machines, we will need to download the Oracle Virtual Machine VM. So to download that, we will go to the Google Chrome and we will type VirtualBox Oracle, and we can open the first website and we can see this. For Windows, we will download, as I'm using Windows, we will download this Windows installer. After and then we will create a virtual machine and we will create two machines. And one there would be Windows Server 2012 and another one would be Windows 10. So for that, we will simply go on Google and write Windows Server 2012 ISO file, and we can open the first website and we'll find this, and we have to click on ISO and download it. And for Windows 10, we need to download this installation media, after which we can create a bootable optical drive or USB. So after downloading all these three requirements, finally we can open the VirtualBox. As I have already installed the VirtualBox, we'll open it. These are the machines which I have created earlier. So from today, we will create a new machine. So first, we will go to the preferences. In the preferences, we can select where we want to store our machines. So by default, it is C drive, VirtualBox, VMS. So if you do not have any space on your C drive, you can also use your E drive according to your preference. So I have some space on my C drive, so I'll keep it by default. And then import will keep all this the same. Okay. Then for creating the new machine, first we will create a Windows Server 2012 recorded. I'm giving a different name, recorded, as this is a recorded video, or else it will be a mismatch from my previous machine. So first of all, we'll go to the new machine. Then we will give the name as Windows Server 2012. So you can see that automatically the version has been selected to Windows Server 2012 64-bit Microsoft Windows. Then we'll next. Then as we can see that I have already created a Windows Server 2012. So I'll add a recorded after the 12. So this will create a new folder. So next we will give 4 GB of RAM, which would be around 4096 MB. Then next, then create a virtual disk and create. We will select on this VDI. Then next, dynamic. Next, we will give a space of 30 GB. Then create. So my Windows Server 2012 has been created. Now we will configure it later. Now we will create another machine, Windows 10. So for that, we will go to new. We will give the name Windows 10 recorded. So the version has been automatically changed to Windows 10. Then next, we will give a 2 GB of RAM here. Then next, create a virtual hard disk. Create, we'll use the option of VDI. Then next, dynamically allocated. Then next, we will give it the space as 30 GB. Then create. So our two machines, one which is Windows Server 2012 recorded and 10 has been created. So now we will configure the Windows Server. For that, first of all, I'll go to the settings. Then in setting general, we'll keep the same, which is recorded. Advanced will change nothing here. We do not use this enable disk encryption. Then we'll go to system. We will uncheck the floppy and bring it to the bottom, and the optical drive should be on the top, as we have downloaded an ISO file, and ISO file can be used with the optical drive. Then for the display, we will not change anything. Storage, now this is the important one. We'll click on this empty disk. We'll click here and choose our ISO file which we have downloaded. So I have here, which is 96001. This is the Windows Server 2012. So I'll click on that. So I have virtually added the ISO file on this machine's optical drive. Then audio will keep the same. Network. Now in network for the adapter one, we will use the NAT, which helps us to connect with the internet. Then we'll go to the advanced and cable connected. We'll always use this cable connected option. Uh, then we'll go to the adapter. We'll enable the network adapter and we'll use internal network, which would help us to connect with all the machines which we have created in the virtual box. Then we'll go on this permission advance and use allow all option. Then adapter 1 is configured, adapter 2 is configured. Okay, our Windows 12 has been good. Also configure the Windows 10 version. For it, we'll go to the settings. So we'll keep the same advanced description. We'll keep the same system 2 GB. We'll uncheck the floppy, bring it down to the bottom and optical drive on the top. Then display same storage. We will add the ISO file of Windows 10 here, which is here Windows 10 2004 English. Then in network, we do not want this machine to connect to the internet. So we will select the internal network here, and in advanced, we will allow all. Then serial port will do the same and etc. Okay. So we have configured the Windows Server 2012 and 10. Now we will actually start the machine. So we'll click the start button here. So we have now we will install the Windows Server 2012. So I'll select the ISO, which is 2012, this is, and then start. So as you can, so for now, if you want the full screen, we will go on to the view, and then we'll select scale mode and switch. So we'll choose the English version, US, next, then install now. Then here we will choose the GUI version. We can see that this here, it is a GUI version, Windows Server 2012 with the GUI 64-bit. And then next, we will accept all the license and terms. Next, we will do the custom one. We will select new and apply. Okay. So this one has been reserved for the OS partition, and this one we will use. Then next, and the files will get installed in few minutes. Now we can see that the Windows needs to restart. So we click on the restart button. Now we will not press any key here. Now, so as discussed in the previous classes, we will keep the password as enter pass @123, enter pass @123, and then finish. So now, if we click Control Alt Delete, it will actually open the taskbar of our original Windows, not the virtual box. So as we cannot see here any options due to the scale mode in Windows machines, if we select the scale mode, the options are gone from here. So for that, we can enter host key plus C. Host key refers to the control key on our keyboard, which is on the right side. So I press Control C, and we are out of the scale mode. So we will we can see these options again. So here we will go to input, keyboard, and then insert Control Alt Delete. So enter pass @123, and then we'll enter it. So the installation is successful, and we are inside the Windows Server 2012. So for a better experience to use this, we will go to input, sorry, devices. Then we will select on the insert guest edition CD image. Then we'll go to the file manager. And then after selecting that devices, we can see our option here, which is VirtualBox Guest Edition. We will click on this and we will select the third last option, which is Windows Work Windows Editions. This is actually the drivers. Then next, install. These are basically all the drivers which it will install. Reboot now, finish. So after this, we can use the machine smoothly. So again, input, keyboard, control alt delete, enter, pass @123. And then you can see the integration of my mouse. It is running smooth on this. Now, similarly, we will configure for the Windows 10 version. Now we will install the Windows 10. We'll click on Windows 10 here and then click on Start. We will use View, Scale Mode here, Switch. Install now. We'll select I don't have a product key. We will select Windows 10 Pro version, 10 Pro version, then next. Then I accept and next, then custom. Then we will create a new, apply, okay. So this is reserved for the OS. We'll select on the partition 2, then next, and we'll wait for this to get installed. Now we will click on the restart button. Select the region as India. Yes. Then English India. Yes. Skip. We'll select on I don't have an internet. Then continue with the limited setup. I'll enter my name, Pranav Parekh. Then next, we'll enter the same password, enter, pass, @123, enter, pass, @123. Then we have to answer some security questions. We can write anything here. Next, check one question. Next, what is your name? Write anything. Next. Then we'll accept all this. So do you do more across devices or activity history? No. Not now. We will not enable the Cortana right now. After all this, the Windows will start. This will take a few minutes to set up. So we have installed the 2010 version, Windows 10 version. Now again, we will enter the host key plus C to see the options above. So Control plus C. So we are out of the scale mode. We'll go onto the devices, insert guest edition CD, and then we'll click on the files. We'll go to this PC and we will click on this and we'll select the third last option and then yes, next, install. So after doing this, we can feel a better experience of this. We will have a good integration of the mouse. Then reboot. Yes, I want to reboot. We'll again click on the device. No, on view and scale mode. Switch. Then we'll enter the password, which is enter pass @123. So we have successfully installed the Windows 10 version. So now we will install a new machine which would be of Windows 7 operating system. So for that, we will click on New. We'll give the name as Windows 7 and then recorded as this is a recorded video. We can see that at Windows 7 64-bit. And next, we'll give it 2 GB. Next, 32 GB virtual disk. Create VDI option. Next, dynamic create. And so our new machine is created. Now we will install the Windows 7 operating system in this. So we'll click on settings. Then we'll go on to system, uncheck the floppy and drag it down. Then display storage. In storage, we will attach the Windows 7 ISO file, which is this. And in network, we'll have this in internal network. And in advanced, we'll allow all. And okay. So our, now we can install the Windows 7 machine. So we'll start. So here I will click on Windows 7 and start the machine. So I will click on view and scale mode and switch. Here I will select the English India, English United States only. English India. Next and install now. I accept the license terms. Next, custom. So click on this and advanced, new partition, apply. Okay. We'll select the 31.9 GB and next, and we'll wait for the configuration. The machine will restart now. So we'll enter the name Pranav Parekh, and then next we'll enter the password as enter pass at the rate 123. Enter pass at the rate enter pass at the rate 123. Then again enter pass at the rate 123 and class password and next. We'll skip this. Use recommended settings, Mumbai. Next, it is a work network, and we'll wait for the installation finalizing. So our machine is installed. So now to again see the options, we'll press host key plus C, which is right inside control plus C. And devices, insert guest edition CD images. And we'll click on files. We'll go on to C drive. Computers. And this. We'll click on this and we'll select the third last option. Yes. And next, install and install. So the machine will now restart or reboot. Finish. So after this, we'll get a better, smooth experience to work with the Windows 7 machine. We'll enter the password, enter pass at the rate 123. and this is our machine. So now for the meantime, we'll start our Windows 12 machine and 10 machine also, and we'll provide them the IP addresses and bring all the machines together. And we'll start Windows 10 recorded also. Start. Switch. So first we will configure the Windows Server 2012. So input, keyboard, insert Control Alt Delete. We'll enter the password here. And now we will provide the IP address. So for that, we'll right click here and open Network and Sharing Center. Then we'll click on Change Adapter Settings. This is the Ethernet which is providing us the internet. Now we will click on this internet network and right click it and rename it as internal network. So we'll provide the IP address in this. So right click, properties. We'll click on Internet Protocol version 4, TCP IP 4. Okay. So, properties. Now we'll provide the IP here. So the IP for the server would be 192.168.10.1. The gateway would be the same, 192.168.10.1. And preferred DNS would be 192.168.10.1, and there is no alternative DNS. So we'll click on the validate settings and OK. Now we will go to Windows 10 machine. Here we'll provide IP address. So the same, we'll click on here, open network and internet settings, Ethernet. Okay, change adapter, this options. So I click on this, properties, IP version 4, properties, and we'll provide the IP here, which would be 192.168.10.150. Then the subnet mask, and the gateway would be the IP address of the Windows Server 2012, which is 192.168.10.1. The preferred DNS would be the same, 192.168.10.1, and the alternative DNS would be of Google's 8.8.8.8, and we'll validate the settings here and OK. So we'll close all this and we'll wait for this. Till the time we'll provide the IP address to Windows 7 machine. So here we'll do the same, click on this, open network sharing and system, and open change adapter settings, right click, properties, IP version 4, properties, and we'll provide the IP as 192.168.10.20. Similarly, subnet mask and default gateway will be the same, 192.168.10.1. Preferred DNS will be also the same, 192.168.10.10.1, and alternative DNS of Google 8.8.8. Okay. and validate settings and OK. Close. So we'll go to the Windows Server 2012 now. Close. So every machine is detecting any problem. If there is any, it will let us know. So cancel, cancel, and cancel. Now to communicate with each and every machine, we will have to enable some options. So first we'll go to the search and type firewall with advanced security, firewall with advanced security. Then we'll click on the inbound rules. Here we'll find file and printer sharing echo request ICMP version 4 in. So ICMP is a protocol. On the basis of that, the ping works. So this is by default disabled. So we have to enable the rule. So for the inbound rule, we have enabled it. And similarly for the outbound rules also, we will enable it. So file and printer sharing, echo request, ICMP version 4 out, enable rule. Similarly, we will do this for all the machines. So now we'll go for Windows 10, close. Uh, we'll click on again window firewall. Then we'll advanced settings, inbound rules. Here we'll define the same. ICMP, enable rule. And similarly for the outbound, we will enable the rule. Enable rule, enable rule. Now we'll go to 7 machine, close this. Firewall advanced security, inbound, file and printer sharing, enable rule for outbound also, enable rule and enable rule. So we'll go to now, as we have configured all the IP addresses, we can go to Windows 10 machine. And so now we will open CMD and ping the server. So the IP address of the server was 192.168. Sorry, 192.168.10.1. So we are getting a reply from the server. So now we will go to the Windows 7 machine, and from here we'll try to connect to the server. So ping 192.168.10.1. So we are getting a reply from this. Now we will ping Windows 7 to Windows 10. So the IP address for Windows 10 was 192.168.150 .10.150. So we're getting a reply to when we ping from Windows 7 to Windows 10. Similarly, we'll do this step for Windows from Windows 10 to Windows 7, which is ping 192.168.10.20. So we're getting a reply. So all the machines are configured and we can ping all the 3 machines. Now we'll go to the server and here we'll try to ping the machines. So CMD and ping will ping the Windows 10 machine first, 192.168.10.150. So we're getting a reply. Now we'll ping from server to Windows 7 machine. Ping 192.168.20.10. So actually I've written the IP wrong. It is actually 192.168.10.20. So as we can see that we are getting the reply from Windows 7 also. So all the machines are configured and we have provided the IP and all the IPs are pinging to each other. So this was the practical. Thank you, sir.